Marlene, I'm noticing that sunset's getting just a little later and later every day, enjoying more daylight, and you got to enjoy the sunset from an amazing place today.
I did. South Fortuna out there in Mission Trails, Marcella. It was absolutely gorgeous, and a special thank you to San Diego Magazine. We were out there shooting for their April issue in which they are featuring hiking and biking, and they decided to ask me to be a part of it. So special thank you to them, as well as an article in that issue for April, a Taste Master or Taster's Choice. So as we go into a forecast, you can also learn more about me as we talk about that April issue. But let's go ahead and take a look at that forecast, because we are talking about some temperatures that were warmer than usual. Thanks, Marcel, for putting me on the spot. 80 degrees was the high today for Valley Center, as well as 80 for Miramar, 70s right along the coast, so still warmer than usual with those temperatures. And so it brought us lots of sunshine for today, as we were also talking about an onshore flow that picked up by the afternoon hours. In the morning hours, still kind of feeling that heat, a little bit of that dry breeze, but then by the afternoon, that's when we shift gears. And that's going to be the case as we go into tomorrow. Taking a look at highs, current temperature, excuse me, I'm also very tired because I was out there hiking this afternoon. We have cold temperatures out there at 40 degrees for Ramona, as well as 49 degrees for Palomar Mountain. We have a lot of 50s out there as well. 60 degrees for downtown, 65 degrees for Borrego Springs. Wind speeds are picking up into about 14 miles per hour. That's for Mount Laguna. Other than that, you're looking at calm winds west of the mountains, and that's going to be a factor as we go into those overnight hours. So we are talking about that marine layer returning, and it's going to bring in some low clouds and even the potential for some dense fog in spots. That will be the case in the overnight hours, really favoring the coastal communities, all because of a weak system that's sweeping through. That brought in the onshore flow that we felt earlier in the afternoon hours. That's going to continue through tomorrow, but we have high pressure right behind it, and I went ahead and put that arrow because that high pressure system is going to move over the Great Basin yet again, triggering Santa Ana winds. That will be as soon as Thursday. That will also take us into Thursday night. That's going to dry us out and then bump up those temperatures yet again. So we're taking a little bit of a hit by tomorrow, trying to get back into that seasonal range, getting pretty close to it, closer towards the coast, as we have those 60s that are going to return. We have a lot of 70s that are anticipated for tomorrow for the inland valleys. That's getting away from those 80s, so just say goodbye to them, at least for now. In the forecast for tomorrow, we'll be back into the low 70s. You're seeing that for Valley Center, the same for Alpine, as well as 73 degrees for Escondido tomorrow. On the flip side, still saying warmer than usual. That's going to be the case for the mountains as well as the desert. 83 degrees looks to be the high in Borrego Springs tomorrow. So we do have an area of low pressure that's sweeping through, but it's not going to do anything to the surf or keep in mind for our seas. So we're going to stay pretty low with the risk of rip currents, also talking about waves up to about 3 feet, and our next tide change will be the low tide, 2.1 feet, and that'll be at 12:47 for the early morning hours. Taking a look at your 8-day microclimate forecast, we have plenty of sunshine in the forecast. As I mentioned, Santa Ana winds are going to return. This is going to bump up our temperatures a little bit more. Not as hot as it was yesterday, especially when you're talking about the mid-80s, mid to upper 80s in some spots for the inland valleys, because we don't have a big area of high pressure in the upper levels. So just talking about that surface high, bringing us a little bit warmer than usual. That will be the case with 70s returning more widespread by Thursday, backing off by the weekend, at least the start of it, as we do have an area of low pressure that will move in. And speaking of an area of low pressure, looking at a chance for showers, that would be in the forecast on Tuesday, mainly along and west of the mountains.